Which rum from the Appleton Estate core lineup makes the best Mai Tai? We'll find out today as we blind taste test 5 different Mai Tais, all with Appleton Estate rum. The original Mai Tai from way back in 1944 used a bottle of 17-year-old Wray & Nephew that was 100% pot still Jamaican rum and distilled at the very place where Appleton Estate rums are made today. Now, replicating that original rum is a journey into itself, and that's not the goal of the tasting here today, but instead it's to find out which of these core lineup bottles we prefer. These are the bottles that are available year-round, not special edition bottles, limited expressions, or NFT releases. We're trying Appleton Estate Signature Blend. There's no age statement, but it's said to be around 4 years old. It's 40% ABV, and all the Appleton rums today are a blend of pot and calm still rums. This one's the most affordable at about $20. Then there's the Appleton Estate 8-year-old Reserve. It's a minimum of 8 years old. It's 43% ABV, and it ranges from like $35 to $40. Next is the Appleton Estate 12-year-old Rare Cask. It's a minimum of 12 years old, 43% ABV, and it's about $50. Then there's the Appleton Estate 15-year-old Black River Cask. It's a minimum of 15 years old, 43% ABV, and ranges from about $65 to $70. And last is the oldest of them all, the Appleton Estate 21-year-old Nassau Valley Cask, minimum 21 years old, 43% ABV, and this is going to set you back about $150. I'm making a pretty basic Mai Tai here with 1 ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of orgeat, half an ounce of an orange curacao, and 2 ounces of our rum. When it comes to drinking this many Mai Tais, it's best to not do it alone, so my friend Kevin Crossman from UltimateMaiTai.com is here to help with today's tasting. All right, Kevin, thanks for being here today. I'm excited to do this. I've been wanting to do this a long time, but I've been holding out until I had my own bottle of the Appleton 21. I know you've done a lot of Mai Tai taste tests, but have you ever done like Appleton specific tastings?
Never done this complete line.
Okay.
I've compared the 8 and the 12 and the 12 to the 15, but nothing all the way. So this should be pretty interesting.
And I've done this a couple times, but never with the full lineup, only with like 3 of them, like the signature, the 8 and the 12, and then the 8, the 12, and the 15. As far as like Mai Tai taste tests go, you know, we did the single bottle a while back, which was fun, but I like this because we're exploring like one of the most famous rum brands for Mai Tais and can really figure out what we like best. So what we're going to do is we'll start over here with this one, and then as we go along, we'll get some tasting notes at the end. We'll pick out our favorite one. And then for fun, if you're up for it, maybe we'll even take some notes and try to pick out which one's which to see if we can actually predict each bottle. So we'll see if we can do that as well. Why don't we start with this one? Cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty good.
That is yummy. I feel like I should put this to the front right now.
Yes.
So rich, really good. Your orgeat, always fabulous in a Mai Tai. So
There's a lot of orange too, like, but not too much orange.
well, that's one of the flavor profiles that you often get from the Appleton rums, especially this part of their lineup, is that you get that orange peel note in a lot of their expressions.
And that's why it's good when you're trying to dial in an orange curacao. You got to take the rum into account because you don't want something too overly orange, because then it's competing against the rum. I'm hoping that we love them all. Every time I do this, I'm hoping we love them all. And then like signature is one of the top ones, just for price.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I don't expect that to be the case, but
either. Cheers.
all right. Very orangey.
Yeah.
Not as much of those deep notes.
It's pretty light.
Yeah.
There's not, you can get, I think like I can tell it's a Jamaican rum, but I can't tell that there's much age on it. Tastes fine. It's just the first one was a lot better.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. Cheers.
Cheers. Definitely more barrel notes. A little bit funkier. Pretty good.
It's pretty good. Starting to recognize like a step up. It's like a step. It's a step up from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We are taking notes here for the first time we've done something like this, taking notes. But I think it is helpful to take notes because you're drinking through 5 and to remember the first time you went through it, and if we're going to make some predictions here. That one was really good. It seemed kind of standard. You know, it's still, I don't know, it's still not quite what I want.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Cheers.
Right. Also very orangey, a little bit lighter. Good finish.
I'm having a hard time picking up the difference between that one. There's a difference in the flavor of the last two, but I'm just kind of going for like the age note.
Yeah,
I can't really tell too much there, at least on the first go around.
it's good. I mean, it's very rummy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a good flavor. So this is not a bad Mai Tai at all.
I just kind of hope that the first one's not 21. I mean, well, got to go back.
Well,
but it's like if that's so far, I've liked that one a fair amount more than the other ones.
Yeah, and I've had the Appleton 21 a bunch of times. I've never had a bottle myself. I've never really liked it. It's always felt a little delicate, and I want something a little bit more punchy. And it's not like Appleton 12 is a hit you in the face Jamaican rum, but it's definitely got more of that punchy flavor. And the 8 and the 15, that sort of bell curve of flavor, and the 15 is definitely more approachable for as a sipping rum.
Yep.
I don't know if I've had it good in cocktails. We'll see how this results come out.
I mean, it's hard. I've only had it a few times in cocktails. I've only had, the bottle that I have, and had that much of it, and it's been through kind of tasting things like this. This one's really blind because I've done it. One time I did it, I actually used clear glasses, and it was like, okay, you could really, if you want to tell the difference between 8 and 15, you can. But these black glasses are working pretty. We can see the top, but I cannot tell the difference of color.
Color is very similar on top.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This one's different. Not as much of the Jamaican rum coming through.
This is very orangey though, this last one, to me.
It is orangey, but it doesn't feel like it feels a little bit different orange. Like not as much as the bitter oranginess.
Yeah.
And like a little bit more lighter orange flavor.
It's definitely
like orange.
lighter.
I don't want to say orange juice, but kind of like
I get it.
Watered down.
Yes, I totally get that. If this was Appleton 12, I'm going to have to retire or something like that. So, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I guess running through them real quick, take as much time as you want. But I think let's run through them to pick out maybe a couple of our favorites and our least favorites.
All right, we got to do a second taste test on this. The flavors on that number one. This one right here, so good.
I'm kind of struggling now to discern a lot of differences on the second go.
Well, to me, it's this one is so far ahead, and then these two are kind of there. And between these two, it's like that.
I'm in agreement. I'm going to go through these four real quick to see if I get like a clear second. Which I think when we've done this before, where we're tasting through different things,
right?
And this is all it's kind of a lot of the same, just a little bit different age,
right?
And it makes it hard to really pick up the differences.
Yeah, and Appleton is not very transparent in terms of the pot column blend, what marks are being used. The thing I've always heard is that the 8 has a higher degree of pot still than any of these.
Okay.
But that being said, it's still within a certain type. It's very, these are all very similar to me.
Favorite. This one was like, okay.
This one's probably better than that.
Yeah. This one, I think because we tasted this first, and in comparison to we tasted this one second, but in comparison to the first one we tasted, kind of blew it out. But as you're going down, this one to me is probably my least favorite. Kind of tastes the weakest, and then this one would be kind of like fourth place. These are to me like close. I can't really discern a difference, and this one's like by far my favorite.
I'm exactly with you. It'd be great if one of us was really different and one of us was wrong.
Yeah,
but just like the 8-bottle Mai Tai, we had the same preference.
We did. Now let's. I'm feeling totally not confident about picking out the different ones, because the fact that these two are our least favorite in the back here leads me to think one of them is signature, but it I don't know, could be 21, because like you're you got the lime juice, orgeat, orange curacao in there. So is it the long aging that's making it feel weaker, or is it the fact that it's signature? Like, that's what I don't know. I think the big problem I'm having is like the first one is it's so much like it's not like it's 10 times better. It's just like it is better.
No, and
then the other ones are kind of
you
like,
wouldn't expect 8 versus 12 or 12 versus 15 to be so much better than the rest of them.
yes.
Why is this one so much better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're all like, like I said, like you were saying, it's pretty similar rums. So, I mean, the one thing that might be different, again, if this is 8, it's because of that pot still
Yes.
additional component.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But you've heaped praises upon Appleton 12 as a Mai Tai rum, as I have.
As of you. And
So
that's
you would think that this would be Appleton 12 because we both like it so much.
That's true. But that's, we have someone gives it to us or we make it and we're like, this is great.
Right.
And I may have felt that about
could have
these.
been, right.
But now when it's against everything else, that's the truth will be told. I think I was hoping to have a like, oh yeah, this is for sure the most age. I'm at the point now where I don't really know. I should have eaten something today. Only had coffee. That's how I normally live though. So
nothing wrong with 5 Mai Tais on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. You've kind of shown your cards here.
I've got my pick.
Because I kind of feel like these two, are interchanging.
Very similar.
Yeah. And I think that you had that one out front. And I think it is better.
Again, very similar.
All right. So this one is our least favorite of the Appleton lineup. Kevin, do you want to give me the number on the bottom of the glass?
5.
It's Appleton's signature. Okay. Weak orange juice. That makes me feel better about like tasting through it and like picking up kind of it doesn't have like a strong Jamaican flavor. It doesn't have a lot of the age for, they say, like about 4 years average, I think. So you would expect it to be towards the middle or the bottom. I mean, when we did our single bottle, it was higher up. It wasn't at the bottom.
You liked it better than I did.
That's true.
But it's also it's a lighter rum. There's definitely calm still in there. There's compared to if in a Mai Tai you want age notes. The Mai Tai is best with aged rum, all things being equal. So this is the least aged and is our least favorite.
Yeah.
Number 2.
That is 8.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
Appleton 8.
I mean, like you said earlier, compared to this first one, it's definitely not as good. It's still a very good Mai Tai. I'm surprised that this is the 8 though. Well, which means the 12, the 15, the 21 is one of these.
You just said a Mai Tai should have some age, and that's what we're doing, right? Like our preference is going from the one we like the least, had the least amount of age, the one that's next to that had the next least amount of age. So it's kind of making sense. The next 3 are going to be the ones I think that are kind of interesting to see where they line up.
It is number 1.
Number 1, which is 15.
Okay. Wow. Appleton 21 in the top 2.
Yeah.
That's a shocking
that's also not great for your bank account either.
To me, these were very close.
Yeah.
But and assuming that this is 21 and not this one, then you could save a little money going for the 15.
Yes.
Right? Because these are real close,
yes.
Assuming.
Assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
But if this is 21, like I said, I'm retiring.
We're done.
Number 3.
Okay. That's 12.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Are you kidding me? I'm so shocked because I've had 21 in a Mai Tai. I've had it neat. I've never liked it, but I mean, it wasn't even close how good this one was. So
there's a like delicious orange note that's not too much or overpowering, and there's the oak there too. I just was willing myself to think that was 12 because we both love 12 so much. 12 was our second place.
Yeah.
So it's not like it didn't perform here. It's just the most expensive one was the best.
Well, sometimes that's how it works out, right?
Yeah.
You got to treat yourself right.
I didn't see that coming.
No.
There was a part of me that thought it would be the weaker ones because it was missing like the Jamaican sort of profile to it. But
The good news is we were both wrong. So it makes me feel good.
yeah. I mean, but you know, I think we're both super biased where it's like the one we like the best was going to be 12. Unless I thought, oh, you know, this, I don't taste the age on it at all. I mean, it's just like if you're trying to develop the ultimate Mai Tai, how do you not use this as like a single bottle or
component?
That's tough. I think that, I mean, Kevin doesn't know about this because I'm thinking about this right now, making this up. I think we have to try a fresh 21 against our winner from the single bottle Mai Tai, because that'd be the thing to do, right?
Let's go.
All right. Now we're gonna try the Appleton 21 against our favorite single bottle, which was the Denison Merchant's Reserve up to 8. Hopefully, we can just give some insight into single bottle. There's a big difference in price, obviously. We'll see. Let's just taste these right now. So, cheers.
All right. I mean, that feels funkier than we were dealing with earlier with the Appleton rums.
It's rich, in not like an age note, but in that funky little fruitiness.
Mouthfeel, yeah.
All right, yeah. It's good.
They're both really good.
They're both good, but they're different.
This definitely has more of that aging notes for the Mai Tai. You've got to think this is the Appleton, but
100% Appleton. There's an orange creaminess to it. Both really good, but just different. And if you're like you love Smith & Cross, this one is one. If you love the more aged, heavy aged body ones, smooth, this is it. I think they're both really good. You could get maybe 5 bottles of Merchant's Reserve for the cost of an Appleton 21, probably. Something like that.
I will tell you, I'm very surprised that it's not a runaway on this, but these are very close. But like you mentioned, assuming that this is actually Merchant's Reserve, for these being pretty similar but a very different price, gives you a data point, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But more to the point, I'm really surprised at how well Appleton 21 is holding up, because I've really not had good experiences with this rum to date as a great cocktail rum.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to give it credit to the Appleton 21 people.
There's this nice, creamy, orangey spice note in it, and it does lack a lot of the tropical fruit notes that if you want that, it's not in there. So I prefer it. I prefer this if that's what it is, which I'm sure it is. But this is still delicious. It's just different and more in line with your quintessential Jamaican rum flavor profile. Yeah, so this is the Merchant's Reserve, and this is the 21. So way different Mai Tais, different. I think it just depends on what you want. Do you want the heavy sort of richness of tropical fruit rum, or do you want the heavy richness of an aged, smooth spice, a nice baking spice with the oak? It works great in a Mai Tai.
And is the baking spice worth 4 times the price?
Yeah, at least 4 times the price. Yeah, for sure. That's the question everyone has to answer for themselves. All right, that's it for this one. Tasting our way through the Appleton Estate core lineup. And, it's kind of sad to say we're a little bit basic in the fact that we just like the one that's the most expensive. But hopefully you can pick up some insights from our tasting notes about the other ones to figure out which one is best for you. If you have any Appleton rums at home, you should do this. It's a fun, easy taste test to do to compare the different Appletons against each other. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing. Go check out Kevin's website, ultimatemaitai.com. Otherwise, see you on the next one.